Okay. So you should have received an email Wednesday morning. If you didn't, that's okay. The email is kind of the front door way into CVENT. If you didn't get that email, you also probably got an email Wednesday evening with an attachment called the Room Host Moderator and Speaker Guide. You can, all right, there's a lot more shaking heads. Perfect. If you open up that guide, and on the very first page, if you scroll down just a teeny bit, you'll see there's a link there that says, here's the link to CVENT. So the day of your session, you can either come in the front door, or because you're speakers, you can also come in the back door. Either way will get you to the same page. So go ahead and either click that link in the Room Host Moderator Guide, or go ahead and go through the email of the front door. And at this time, I'm going to ask Tammy Phillips to share her screen, because you should all land on a page that Tammy's going to show us in just a second. So let's just pause and let everybody get to that point. All right, there's the Google, or the just got on there, and then go ahead and click the link, Tammy. Oh, it skipped Tammy's. Tammy's been in CVENT already. That's what it probably took you to a page that says, please enter your first name, last name, and email address. Okay, go ahead and enter in the first name, last name, and email address that you registered into EMS with. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Liz, I forgot to register in EMS. And if that's what happened, don't worry about it. You are then registered with the email address that you submitted your proposal with. Gonna try it again, Tammy? Oh, there you go. All right. Tammy should be on the page. So go ahead and enter your first name, your last name, and an email address. When you click next, it should say, we just sent you a verification code, because CVENT has a two-step verification authentication destination vacation thing. So with that, go ahead and get that verification code from the email that you put in and log on in. So I kind of feel like I'm on a field trip with my whole class, and we're going from like one part of the museum to the other part. And so I just want to make sure like we're all together as we're moving on our field trip. So everyone got their verification code? Awesome. Everyone's getting into CVENT? Okay. Lots of good head shaking. And now is everyone slowly getting to a page where Tammy is? No, okay, Michelle, I see it, the head shaking the other way, but not this way. Oh, okay, yours was in your Outlook email, Jennifer, okay. If you are having issues where you're not getting the verification code, this is good practice for me, because I can go in the back end and provide you with your verification code. And then we do need to stick around with you and figure out why you didn't get it. I don't know if maybe we put the email address in wrong or something. So, Michelle, did you eventually get your verification code, or still not yet?
No, and I think it's because I can't figure out what my password is.
It should just be.
I haven't gotten the code either, Michelle. So,
Okay.
It's coincidence that we're on the same session, but I haven't gotten one either.
All
So
right.
we had somebody yesterday say that if you request it a second time, the second time you request it, it comes in.
Yeah, let's
quicker.
try
So-
that.
It's asking me to enter one that I already have. Like, I didn't have to request one, but I've never gotten one.
I was gonna say, if you try the one where it says if you didn't get the code, click here and then do it again, where it's your first name, last name, and email address, see if the second time it just kind of gives it the kick it needs. Yesterday in one of the sessions, we had someone that just needed to like pick up her computer and smash it on the table real fast, and then it worked fine. It was just like a whoosh, and then she got it.
I got it the second time.
All right.
Somebody is asking if the verification number will be the same for the summit.
Oh, good question. No, that verification code is actually every time you log into CVENT. So you'll get a new one the morning of the summit. Budget time up accordingly.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? We're gonna get a new what the day of the summit?
That verification code, you get a new one every time you log into CVENT.
Okay, so if you're attending on a day you're not presenting, you need to log in on the front end and you'll get a verification code to get in as an attendee.
Yes,
Okay,
good question.
and if you're attending and then you need to move over to your speaker role, do you need to log out and log back in, or?
No.
Oh, just stay in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I'll show you where the differentiation happens as a speaker and as a participant.
Okay, one other question. We signed up as a presenter and a co-presenter, but we have a third presenter and she's on right now. I sent her my login and verification code. She couldn't get in that way. Is there something else we need to do? Because we need that person too.
Yeah, I took the information just from the 2 presenters that were submitted on the proposals.
Mhm.
And so if you could just hang on after this,
Sure.
we'll see if we can get that third person added.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, so everyone, now as we continue on our field trip, is everyone with the teacher? Cool. Michelle and Gabby, yours is okay? Yeah, okay. Chantel, I noticed that you didn't get your verification code. All right,
No.
Okay, you just sit tight, Chantel. I will
Sorry,
help-
I'm
I will
super
get you-
not helpful.
That's okay. We need to scaffold all kinds of learning all the time, so don't worry about it. We'll meet you where you're at, I promise. Oh, Carrie, okay. All right, we'll get that in there. Okay, so if everyone's on this page except for Chantel. Oh, Chantel, you're getting like tips and tricks from your AZIP colleagues in the chat. See if any of those work for you. Okay, so if everyone's on this page, go ahead and give me one of those emojis again in Zoom. The hands clap, the heart, the thumbs up, the anything that I know we're ready to move on. Okay, looks good. All right, so you can at this point, if you want to, go ahead and scroll through to find your session. You don't have to do that right now, but if you click the add, it will add it to your agenda. You can also build into other parts of your agenda if the other sessions that you want to attend are there. But for the purpose of here, I really want to get you guys to know what it's like to be a speaker in an actual session. So do you all see dry run for speakers at the top of your agenda at this time? Okay, if you could click on, when you go to do your session, you're going to click on the words dry run for speakers, your session, you would click on the actual words, and it should take you to a page like this. Now, you are all listed right now as a speaker for this session. So you are seeing 2 buttons, one button that says join session and one button that says join as speaker. Except Erica, you have a different one, Erica Argueta, not AZIP Erica. Okay, cool. So Erica, if you want to hit your button, Erica Argueta, and go in the other landing spot so you can catch us if we fall. The join session is the button that all your participants are going to see. Nobody else is going to have your join as speaker button. So on the day of, make sure you click the right button, join as speaker. So at this point, before you all push that button, what's going to happen when you push it is you are all going to make a jump through the cyber webs of the world, and you are going to land in a different, yeah, you can have remove session as well, Susan. That just means you added it to your agenda and it would just remove it from your agenda. So you may have there if you've added this one. So when you click that join as speaker, it's going to shut you out of this Zoom meeting and it's going to put you into another Zoom meeting that is actually within CVENT's platform. Right now we're in an ADE Zoom account. So at this point, I just want to pause. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Because this is where you would, Laura, you don't have the join as speaker button for this session? Okay, could you do me one quick favor and go look in your session and make sure you have it in your session? You do have it in yours, okay, but not in this one? Okay, so let's just pause. Anybody have any questions about navigating through CVENT, navigating to this point? Because this is probably the most important part, is that you get to here. Go ahead and take yourselves off mute or whatever you need.
No question.
I have a quick one, Elizabeth.
Mhm.
So I just want to make sure. So the email that got us to this point, that's the same email link that we will use.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep. And your plan B is if that one doesn't work, go to the speaker guide. Okay. So at this point, if you
Liz, I
wanna
think
hit-
Lori had a comment in the chat too, that she said that she, let me see, I'll say, I have no button options.
okay, yep, I will take care of those in just a second. So at this point, if you feel comfortable and you know how to do this, you don't need to jump through the interweb, it just lands you in a Zoom session to practice. You can go ahead and take off to the side and exit off ramp if you want. If you do want to hit that join as speaker button, go ahead and do it. Erica is in that other Zoom session to catch you there. And at that point, you guys can start practicing sharing screen. She can assign you as co-host and you guys can practice, you know, like a quick Zoom session if you want. If you don't have everything that you need or you didn't get to this point, I'm going to stay here in this Zoom session and troubleshoot everything to get us all to the point where we can jump through hyperspace. So at this point, whatever decision you want to do, you can exit out of here, you can click that join as speaker, or you can stay back and troubleshoot with me. Go ahead and go.
Liz, I have one final question really quick.
Yeah.
And it may be in the guide that I did not read fully. Whenever we are in our sessions as a speaker, are we the ones sharing our screens and clicking ourselves through, or is like the moderator going to be doing that?
You are going to do it from your own. Your moderators don't have copies of your PowerPoints. However, if you get there and you feel more comfortable doing a different way, your moderator and your host you guys have about 15 minutes before your session to kind of talk through those details if you want to do it in any other way. But the plan right now is for the host of the meeting to make you a co-host and give you access to polling, breakout rooms, sharing your screen so that you can do all the things that you wanted to do.
Okay, great, thank you.
All right, so go ahead and make that jump and stay here if you need we need to troubleshoot your account. So Lori, I think you're first in line and we'll see what's going on with your buttons. All right, look at everybody going. Nice job. Tammy, you can go ahead and make the jump to cyberspace if you want to.
Oh yeah, I can stay here too if you need me. If anyone wants to go backwards, can do it again. Did we have anyone come on late, Liz, that needed to start from the beginning?
I don't know, does anyone start late that wanted to?
I can log out and log back in again if you want to see from the beginning.
I think we're okay.
You're good. All
And I
right.
say, we'll play the recording. You know, everyone's gonna get this recording in a YouTube.
Oh, right. That's right.
well.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
All right. I'm gonna go fly over to Erica.
Okay.